The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s. South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy FI series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net. The Black Museum. Horror and mystery based on Scotland Yard's collection, Orson Welles was both host and narrator for stories of horror and mystery based on Scotland Yard's collection of murder weapons and various ordinary objects once associated with historical true crime cases. Walking through the museum, Welles would pause at one of the exhibits, and his description of an artifact served as a device to lead into a wryly narrated dramatized tale of a brutal murder or a vicious crime. In the United States, the series aired on the Mutual Network between January 1 and December 30, 1952. Beginning May 7, 1953, it was also broadcast over Radio Luxembourg, sponsored by the cleaning products Dreft and Miro. Since the BBC carried no commercials, Radio Luxembourg aired sponsored programs at night to England. In the United States, a program of similar scope, using many of the same picked cases as the Black Museum, and nearly mirroring its broadcast run, was broadcast by NBC called Whitehall 1212. The two shows were different in the respect that while Whitehall 1212 told the story of a case entirely from the point of view of the police starting from the crime scene, the Black Museum was more heavily dramatized and played out scenes of the actual murders and included scenes from the criminal's point of view. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
Now, don't go away, because next on CBS Radio's Comedy Time are those two zany characters of many characters, Bob and Ray.
And now, Bob, Elliott, and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network. All right, that's enough of that. Now, we have so much to do today that we're a little beside ourselves. We've been snapping our assistants here all morning.
We've been real cranky today.
And all afternoon. And it's because we have so much to do today.
And you want the cannon over here?
Yeah, that's right, please. What we're doing today, for one thing, is installing the famous Bob and Ray cannon. Now, that's the automatic cannon that fires and goes off automatically when a guest or music irritates us.
Excuse me, Ray. Would you hand me that Stilson wrench there, please?
Stilson wrench, right. Is this the Stilson wrench here?
No, it's the other one there.
Oh, that's right. Okay, there you are. Say, there, that's a big wrench, isn't it?
Then it needs a big cannon, too.
Yeah. Now, this cannon, you see, it fires off, or is loaded with, the 24 country fresh eggs that will be sprayed upon any guest who irritates lovable old Bob and Ray.
The program gets to a point where it's beginning to grate on us. You'll hear the cannon go off.
Right.
And we have whatever is happening.
We have...
if we should discover a new singer, and he or she should be singing, and we don't like it, the cannon will go off.
And we have a circle painted on the floor where the guest is instructed to stand. It makes it a lot easier for the automatic cannon to hit the guest.
Well, all right. I think they had a test run here.
All right. Would anyone like to come up here and irritate us for a little while?
Webb, how about you? You're pretty good at that.
All right.
You want to stand right in the center of that
right here.
of the paint. It's
Right here, right?
right there. And
Bob and Ray, you are to me a couple of cheapskates.
no, you can. Oh, come on, Webb. You can irritate us worse than
Bob and Ray, where did you get that haircut?
Oh, come on. They get worse than that.
Bob and Ray, did you ever catch your face in a record changer?
All right. That's it.
Oh, boy.
That new suit you were wearing?
Oh, I'm covered with eggs.
Well,
2 dozen country fresh eggs.
thanks to pay for irritating us.
Boy, I'll look swell in the Waldorf tonight with this.
Oh, you're going back over there, huh?
That's right. We'll have a little shindig, Cesar, and myself every day.
Well, good luck, and I think maybe you should change the suit before you go out.
What's a good way to get egg off a suit?
I think just plain cold water is good.
Cold water always, because the hot water would tend to cook it a little. So, is it a wash and drip dry suit?
No.
You just stand under the shower in it and...
Well, I could do that. But then again, I don't want to catch cold just before my vacation.
Of course you don't.
For your what?
Vacation. I haven't
What
had a
vacation?
vacation in 2 years.
Well, what makes you think you should have one
It's
now?
over. It's going to be 3 years, because there's no vacation for you.
When you signed on, it was for a 3-year stretch, you know.
I know, but you remember I had my father come down. He said that you used to be able to buy me out of the Bob and Ray service.
Well, that doesn't go anymore. He can't buy you out of here.
No, you got to serve it all the way through, huh?
That's right.
Okay.
You got another year to go.
Well, look, I smell like an omelet. I'm going to run along.
Okay. Good luck to you, Webley Webster.
Thank you.
Irritating assistant here at the Bob and Ray Show, and we have some words about something that's completely the opposite.
Higginbotham here. We will now commence our lesson in stereophonic reproduction. Listen to the call of the spotted billsnicker on ordinary stereo. Now then, on a Columbia Stereo 1 phonograph. Obvious difference, what? The Columbia stereophonic system really causes all others to blush. For it is not composed of just a few separated speakers. Columbia is the originator and exclusive purveyor of stereo projection. Only Columbia fills every inch of a room with real, lifelike sound. Now, when I was bird watching with the Duchess of... But let that pass. You simply must hear the Stereo 1 phonograph by Columbia. Ask your Columbia phonograph dealer for a demonstration. And, chaps, portables are priced as low as $39.95. Consoles commence at $129.95. Blast that bird.
And that was
Well,
Monoro.
still working,
yes,
Ray.
fine. Okay, sir, we're awfully sorry. We know that's your job. But, you know, we said it's automatic. We can't control that cannon.
Hello again, this is Tom Lowell, your well-known travel expert, ready to answer questions sent in by listeners here on the World of Travel. Are you ready with the questions, Tom Holton? Or Ray Goulding?
Right. That name looks the same in print, doesn't it? Tom Holton and Ray Goulding. Okay, here's the first question, Tom. What is the Aurora Borealis?
It's one of the mysteries of nature. The Eskimos call it bewildering light of little concern.
Is that it, Tom, really?
Yes, except that the Eskimos regard it as a good omen. They feel that the light supplied by the Aurora Borealis enables them to see polar bear before polar bear sees them.
Tom, Venice, Italy is known as the city of canals, but it's also known for its surprisingly low crime rate. Why is that?
Well, because of the network of canals in the city proper, it's quite difficult for the disreputable element to gather on street corners.
I see. And Tom, a listener wants to know, what is a fjord?
I believe the fjord is a Norwegian car.
And which is the best wine-producing province in France?
Pomerol. Most vintners there let the wine age in casks for 300 years before they sell it. So if you ever see a waiter wringing out a barrel stave into a wine glass, you can be sure it's from the vineyards of Pomerol.
Right. What is the derivation of the word safari?
That's a Bantu word dating back many centuries. A literal translation is difficult, but generally the word means foolishness, putting oneself out on a limb, an unnecessary excursion. We have a parallel phrase in our own language that might explain it better: looking for trouble on the footpath.
I see. Excuse me. And which is the best winter resort in this country, Tom?
The Lusk House in Mannington, Vermont. Last year, Emery Lusk, the proprietor of Lusk House...
Tom,
no, I can go on.
Because we have other things we could go on to. If you don't think that your job... Just a moment, let me finish. Yes. Now, if you don't think that your job is important enough to do it seriously, I'd suggest you put on your Homburg, your top coat, and beat it.
Last year, Emery Lusk, proprietor of Lusk House, had found Braybrook leveled. And now the average vacationer...
It happened, Tom. I'm awfully sorry. But look, we can't afford all these eggs. I mean, there's 2 for 6 dozen of eggs.
6 dozen, yeah.
I mean, and they're going for like 60 cents a dozen right now. I'm awfully sorry, Tom.
Well, it's all right. You're doing a grand job, Bob and Ray.
Thank you very much. You're a sport, and a good one at that. Well, then, let's see. It's time now to present Jack Headstrong, isn't it? All-American American.
Jack Headstrong.
Oh, wait a second. All right. Jack Headstrong.
Jack Headstrong.
Jack Headstrong.
Jack Headstrong.
30 years.
Jack Headstrong, All-American American. Jack, Billy, Uncle Jim, and Betty are busily at work at Jack's laboratory on his new transistorized blimp that operates on 2 regular flashlight batteries. The government, of course, is hoping he will finish it on schedule. But it doesn't look as though he will, as we hear Jack saying.
All right, just a second now, Uncle Jim. I have just one tiny adjustment to make, and then we can...
Jack, can I help you in any way?
Quiet, Uncle Jim. There's no time for that
Jack,
now.
I think I see
Billy,
spies
quiet,
around.
please. There's
Quiet,
no
Billy.
Quiet, Uncle
Jack.
Jim. Quiet, Billy. There's no time for that now.
Jack, spies.
Quiet, Billy. Just
Go
a
ahead,
few moments.
Jack.
Quiet, Jim. Just a few moments. We'll be able to put air in this blimp. See if it works.
13-й урок. Мне надо 3 пленки. Одну обыкновенную и 2...
Billy, quiet. Billy, there's no time for that now.
They are letting your mind run away with you, Billy.
Who are those people skulking in the parking lot?
I have no idea, Jack, but you've got to
Billy?
finish this blimp on...
Billy,
Yes, Jack.
go out and see who they are.
You can
Report
run
back
my
to me immediately.
tricycle out to say...
Yes, and hurry. Jim, quiet before you say anything. There's no time for it
I
now.
wasn't going to say anything, Jack.
Now, I want to install the air in the splint and see if it can go in the air. Hand me the flashlight battery.
Yes, here you are. You think this will work, Jack, on
Quiet, Uncle
2
Jim.
simple batteries?
Quiet, Uncle Jim. I'm trying to listen. 2 pounds. 3 pounds. 4, 5.
Jack, I went out.
Quiet,
and didn't see
Billy. There's no
anything.
time for that now.
Quiet, Billy.
8, 9, 10, 12.
I don't think it'll work,
Quiet,
Jack.
Billy.
That seems to be the trouble, Jack.
The air is escaping from the blimp. There's something wrong with it here, Jim.
Maybe the spies got hold of it, Jack.
Quiet, Billy. There's no time for that nonsense now. Well, it's off for Washington. Goodbye.
And a few hours later in the Octagon building in Washington.
Quiet, General. There's no time for that now. I'm here on a very important mission.
Go ahead, Headstrong.
Now, as you know, I have been commissioned by the SBI, that's the Special Bureau of Investigation, to come here with and explain to you about my blimp, my transistorized blimp.
Well, you're going to try and go around the world
A moment,
in 79
four-star
days.
General, I'm not through.
Oh, I'm sorry, Headstrong.
My plan, General, is to go around the world in this blimp and see if it's practical for world travel.
Well, it's certainly a good experiment, Headstrong, but you've got to start by Monday.
By Monday, sir?
That's right, if we are to keep on schedule.
Well, that's a practical impossibility, sir.
We're placing all of our hopes on you, Headstrong. You'd better come through.
Well, then there's nothing else to do but return home. I'll be airborne by Monday.
Good luck, Headstrong.
Thank you, sir.
So Jack heads back to his laboratory, assured that by Monday he'll take off in his transistorized blimp. Be sure and join us next time when we'll hear Jack say,
Uncle Jim, I feel sick.
In the next episode of Jack Headstrong, All-American American. Seems at this time of year lots of folks wind up suffering from cold misery.
And if this happens to you, here's how you can get relief fast with 4-way cold tablets.
Here's Stuart Irwin, star of stage, screen, television.
Hello. Ask any actor. One thing we have no use for in the movies is a nasty cold. Who wants to go on the set with muscles sore, head throbbing? I need fast relief of cold miseries.
What do you do for it, Mr. Irwin?
I always take 4-way cold tablets. Then I feel better quickly. 4-way is the fast way to relieve cold distress, even of bad virus colds.
That's true. Clinical tests of all the leading cold tablets proved 4-way fastest acting. In minutes, 4-way's exclusive formula speeds wonderful pain reliever into your bloodstream and all through your body. In the same time, the other leading brands showed no trace of pain-relieving medicines. None of the other leading cold tablets, only 4-way, started so fast to relieve all these cold miseries.
Relieves muscular pains, headache.
Reduces fever.
Calms upset stomach.
Also overcomes irregularity. Today, get 4-way cold tablets, the fast way to relieve those nasty cold miseries. 4-way, only 29 cents.
We were going to call in Arthur Schrank, but time has escaped us here. So, Mr. Lowell, I wonder if you could come back to the microphone, maybe,
yes,
and finish your prepared script. I know it's important. Just a second, sir, please. All right, now, where were we when you started to laugh and carry on?
You were asking me about the vacationing in Maine.
Oh, yes, a vacationer in Maine, Tom, wants to know the best way to lure lobsters into a trap.
Well, he might try placing a mannequin's foot at the entrance to the trap. I've always had good luck with that method.
And finally, a slightly skeptical listener asks, is it true that in some parts of the world, fried grasshoppers are a delicacy?
Fried grasshoppers is a highly delectable dish in many countries, but a note of warning, order them well done. Very often an underdone grasshopper will get to your salad before you do.
Thanks, Tom Lowell. We'll have the voice of a mystery celebrity in just 10 seconds.
Now, as promised, here's the voice of that mystery celebrity.
Hello, Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding. Bob and Ray, this is Doris Day.
And until tomorrow, this is Ray Goulding reminding you to write if you get work.
Bob Elliott reminding you to hang by your thumbs.
Compelling drama each weekday, The Romance of Helen Trent on the CBS Radio Network.